So, dear Razvan, first of all, thank you so much for our continuous partnership between RomLux and Business Voice. And it's a pleasure to be here in Luxembourg for the first time. We would be very curious to know, actually, from your perspective, what are the exact opportunities for a Romanian company to come here to Luxembourg?
Well, let me thank you for being here because it's never easy to convince companies to come
Indeed.
from Romania in the Grand Duché. But once they are here, I think you can testify it's another story. And the trust to the ecosystem and to what we do. Well, in the last 19 years, precisely, almost 20, we are the bilateral accredited chamber of commerce between Romania and Luxembourg. And we try to put on the map, on the entrepreneurial map for businesses in Romania, Luxembourg, and vice versa for Luxembourgish entrepreneurs and companies, Romania as a market and as a destination. And we do this by creating events, by bringing companies to relevant events in both countries. That's a very good example. This is the biggest and the most relevant event on innovation, tech, and AI, quantum was a bit of space as well today. And it really brings together the entire innovation ecosystem of the country, explains why Luxembourg is an extraordinary destination for innovation. What can you do from here and how your idea is supported to grow at European or global level. And I think this is exactly, if I can use the same words as you used exactly, what are the benefits of a Romanian company to come here is to internationalize, to use Luxembourg as the gateway. In our opinion, is the best gateway you can have in Europe to internationalize business, to passport your company and to grow at European or global level. You can also use Luxembourg in order to structure your funding, to grow capital and to attract investors in a country which is rarely equalized by others in terms of rating and where stability, economical, financial, and political stability give what Luxembourg is known for. Or last but not least, you can use Luxembourg and we are at the Nexus to actually finance innovation. You have ideas, you have new products, you might have difficult time in finding a way to make your dream come true in Romania or Moldova. And Luxembourg is extremely welcome into implementing innovation and gathering lots of opportunities for entrepreneurs once they set the foot here to grow the dream into a new innovative product.
The juiciest part, which I saw for the past 2 years, is yes, there are a lot of opportunity in terms of finance, developing projects, R&D, technology and partners. But the juiciest part is the fact that here it's a well-established business, Romanian business presence, which you actually manage in a very, let's say, collaborative way. I mean, rarely myself I have seen a business community that is so close together and able to share contacts, to share ideas, and to share support amongst each other, which is really amazing, and congratulations for this.
Well, congratulations to everybody here and in the entire community, because indeed I'm glad that this comes out, even if you're only 24 hours in Luxembourg, but this is the reality. I think we have a unique community and network here. The Romanian community is truly special in Luxembourg also by the fact and the realities of the country. It's a community which was built professionally. I think nobody in Bucharest or Cluj or Constanța dreamt of going to university in Luxembourg when they were small, or going to the beach or in holiday in Luxembourg. Most of the people came here through professional engagement, very high skilled jobs, projects, business projects, European institutions, which de facto it's a very high standard and level of skills and profession is required. And so to speak, we managed to gather in the last almost 20 years these people around and to enhance the Romanian identity through professional network. And that is the minimum we can do to bring all these people together and to share it with Romanian companies, which we saw lately, literally, that they are much more open in the last 5 years, I would say, to internationalize, to go beyond the borders of the country. And they start to understand, they start to have the maturity of understanding what it means to go international, what trust means, what risk and capital mean in order to attract and develop your business. And Luxembourg positions, especially from the trust perspective, as the destination, and recently with this ecosystem, which is absolutely fantastic. If I can say it in 2 words to an entrepreneur, is the big differentiator which Luxembourg has and no other country in the world has it. In a modern ecosystem, the distance between people is very, very small. You saw it today where we have the deputy prime minister, we have the Ministry of Economy, we have so many CEOs coming, and all this. I mean, in 1 or 2 connections, you have a decision taking, or you meet the people relevant for your company to be moved to the next level. But you don't need to, it doesn't take ages, it doesn't take long cycles of
Everything
networking.
is very quick.
And that's why also this event is amazing. And Venture Days later on in autumn, where we intend to also bring companies, because the distance between people is very small in this country. And us as an actor, as a bilateral chamber, that's our main goal, to connect people meaningfully and quickly.
So we covered the opportunities, we covered the nice business environment and the openness of the local entities to greet new companies to come to Luxembourg. But actually, what would be the challenges for a Romanian company when they first come here to Luxembourg? For sure, there might be some things which you usually do to help them navigate and start over.
Well, it's obviously a new environment, and whatever we had the vice president of RomLux saying once to almost every ambassador which came to this country, whatever you learned in Bucharest, Paris, or London, just forget it in Luxembourg. Start from scratch. The way it resonates, remaining a small country where almost everybody knows everybody, almost. It's not the case, but at the level of decision, sometimes it is the case. So you need to not fail that trust, and you need to have a serious project. You need to invest into the people and the relations. You cannot just do a mailbox and say you do business here. It doesn't work anymore like that. Then there is multilingual aspect and the multicultural. It's that concentration of cultures and languages. It's at the same time an opportunity, but as a challenge also. At the same time, you can say, I come here to business in English. Yes, you can, but depends on who you address. And it can be an advantage because you can settle here and you can target the French market and the Luxembourg and the German market and the Belgian market. And that's one of the main, one of the good reasons for which many companies come to be able to neutrally address these markets, because often, if you establish in Germany, you will not sell anything in France and vice versa. But at the same time, for you is a challenge, because there is a higher cost of workforce than in Romania. You have to be able to deal with moving grounds all the time and with a lot of cultures, with a lot of languages. So it's at the same time an opportunity and a challenge. And it really takes all your engagement to have a serious project and not fail the trust which you are given.
Now, because we are here at the Romanian pavilion of Nexus, if you could recommend just one concrete action that Romanian entrepreneurs should take after attending this event, what would that be?
Good question. Come next year. No, actually, I would be very happy to see the fruits of these days here. I had some conversations right before our discussion, and I think after not even a day, people understand this small distance, and they are amazed of the intensity of discussions with so many different actors in so short time, and with the network which is established. I think all this needs also to be processed, so I can hardly ask company to decide today on establishing a footprint in Luxembourg, but we see it regularly that once people come, it's very difficult to get a Romanian entrepreneur here, but once they come, they tend to establish a serious footprint and having long-term projects developed from here, and with the help of course, of the business chamber.
Thank you very much, Razvan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merci.